And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Today I'm feeling a little better than before. Still a little under the weather though, but really been trying to get some flights out. So today we are back in Trujillo, and we're gonna be heading now down to Las Palmas in Peru. So we just look at our well, actually, no. Let's go to windy.com. Just take a look at the weather. So as you can see, we are here in Trujillo, and we're gonna be making our way down to Las Palmas, which is here. So we're actually going to Las Palmas Air Base, which is just south of Lima, Peru. So our flight is basically just going to have us hugging the west coast of Peru all the way down. So we should basically have land on our left, one on the right. And there's nothing in the way of... One sec. Of course I got to start sneezing now. Nothing in the way of any rain or clouds to worry about. And we should be avoiding the mountains for the most part as well. As you can see, the terrain here is really mountainous, but we wouldn't have to worry about that either. So I'm expecting clear skies and smooth flying all the way down, and we'll see how things go. So we already have our aircraft all set up and ready to go. We're just about ready to get the engine started. I've already switched on the beacon, and as you can see, beacon is on. So we're gonna go ahead. Once again, I'm not gonna be able to shout clear prop. So just gonna do some sign language to get the attention of everyone outside. And let's get this engine started, folks. Alright. So we're gonna get our left and right fuel pumps on. And let's hit the starter and ignition. NG is rising and looking good, so we'll go ahead and just feed in our fuel. Go to ground idle. Whoops, wrong one.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
I really need to get my hands on a throttle quadrant and also some rudder pedals. I don't know if I have space down here to do rudder pedals, but it'll be good to have. Alright, so engine start is looking good. So we're going to go ahead and continue our checklist, just to make sure we get everything done. So I'm going to bring up the checklist over here on my right. So engine instruments checked. Let's go ahead and get the generators on. External power we don't have on. Avionics are already on and good to go. Standby bus can come off. Cooling and heating, don't really need any right now. We are good to go. And I just got a caution. Next up is our ECS switch. ECS switch goes to auto. Right, flaps 15. And our after start checklist is complete. Alright. So next up is our before taxi checklist. There's just one thing on here I'm not sure about. I'm still trying to learn the cockpit, so let me just bring up the before taxi checklist real quick. The inverter switch, where is that? Inverter. Wait, where is it? for taxi. Let's just eye it up. I believe it's that guy there. Is it already switched? Yeah, if I missed out where the radios, just let me know, but I think we should be good. Let's go ahead and start the push test as well, just to get that done. And we're just going to bring up our throttle just a little bit. Come back up. Switch that off. Okay. And just come back up one more time. Push it, come off. And I think you got to push this guy as well. And bring that guy up. Let's do it one more time. Push it. I don't know why I can never get this right. This is very annoying. Here we go. Both buttons up. Everything's off. Okay. Next thing is we have the angle of attack de-ice. So that's the pitot. Come back up. I saw the probe. Probes are on. Okay. And I think we are good to go. Do fuel pumps have to come off now? There we go. Alright. So, well, before taxi checklist, actually it's not complete yet. Complete the push test, avionics are good to go. Autopilot trim test, already done that. Cabin pressure controller, it's already set. Transponder set. Altitude is pre-selected already. Set. AHRS 1 and 2. Checked. They look good. These guys down here. Fuel quantity totalizer. Just hit reset on that one more time. Just make sure it's good. Yep, that's good. Pause looks good. So yeah, I think we are ready to roll. So what I will do, we'll do our taxi checklists. Controls are free and clear. Flight instruments look good as well. Flight director, put the guy in toga mode, so hit this button here. Altitude's pre-selected. Heading bug is already set, and we've armed it as well. And I'm gonna go set our trim. Just gonna check our weight and balance real quick. See how things are looking. Alright, a little to the rear. We're gonna set our trim a little bit, but should be good for the most part. Okay. Outside of that, I think we should be ready to go. Alright. Oh, one last thing. This guy. The EGPWS. Where did I see this before?
EGPWS. System OK.
That's the one. Alright. Okay. I think that's it. So we're ready to head out. We're going to be heading to runway 20, which, as you can see, is going from our left to our right. So You're gonna start our taxi. Still gonna look into pushback software because we do need it. But for now, I'm just doing it the hard way. Okay, and I think we just have to backtrack onto runway 20. Nothing coming in the way of traffic. We're gonna head this way. So I think by the time you guys are seeing this video, we should be our first video should be out, well, the video before this one, and I was finally able to really get the hang of landing this guy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to duplicate it this time, but I'm going to give it a try. But I realized that the key was speed, and I was coming in way too fast, so we're going to be aiming to be touching down at around 80 knots, maybe a little less. And that should make things a little more controllable, which makes sense because when you take off, it's also when you go above 80 knots that things start to go haywire. So we're just going to make sure to get our speed down. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the runway. And this is a pretty long runway, so we don't have to come all the way to the back to turn around. Alrighty. All lined up. Another foggy day here in Trujillo. We had for a very interesting landing before. And hopefully we don't have this fog over in Las Palmas because that's going to be a visual approach, and I'm going to need all the visibility I can get. Alright, so we're ready for takeoff. Final items, our flaps are set to 15. Let's get our lights on. So, get our landing lights. Always forget to put taxi lights on. Landing lights, strobes, recognition lights. And ice protection as required. Condition lever, move that up to flight idle. Once again, this is where I wish I had a throttle quadrant, so I'll have to do this. And cause looks good, folks. We are ready for departure. Alright, gonna set my takeoff power, and then we'll get out of here. Alright, gonna be looking for about 80 knots. We can rotate now.
Airborne time logged.
Gear up. And we could say goodbye to Trujillo. Anything out of the left side? Nope. It's hard to see. Alright, so I'm just following the flight director right now. There's not much to see outside. A lot of fog. I will get our autopilot on and nav. Flaps up. Look at that. Let's see if we can get a screenshot. All right. Cool. So, let's check our transition altitude here. I believe it is 4,500 feet. Just gonna double check that. Yep. So we're actually getting pretty close to it. All right. So once we cross 4,500, we'll go to 2902. Then we'll start our after takeoff checklist. All right, so our landing gear is up, yaw damper is on, landing and taxi lights. Let's see. Get the landing lights off, although I'm pretty sure that's supposed to go off after 10,000, so not 100% sure. I'm gonna leave that on for now. So flaps are 0, ice protection is as acquired. Let's go ahead and set our climb power. Yep. Gonna double check what that is as well. Pressurization is good, and all the engine instruments look good as well. So after takeoff checklist is complete. All right, so I think go into IAS mode as well for climb. What I'm gonna do here is just double check. I'm just gonna double check the manual here. I can find it. I just want to double check our performance charts here. So I want to find out about the climb power. So we're at about 9,000 pounds or so. So at 9,000 pounds, and we're at 10,000 feet now. Our torque should be at 25.2. So it's a little high right now. Yeah, 25.2. IAS should be about 184 knots, so I'm moving pretty slow. Yeah. So I should probably pick the speed up just a little bit. Because I'm probably leaving a little bit of power in the tank there. Yeah. And a pretty good climb though. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my ITT as well and make sure everything is in the green. Alright, so now that we're kind of got things stabilized, let's go ahead. Let's just have a quick chat about Las Palmas and like what's Las Palmas all about. So Las Palmas, Peru is nestled in the heart of the country, and it's just outside of Lima, Peru, which is the capital of Peru, as I mentioned. It's not the biggest city in Peru, nor is the most famous, but definitely has its own character. So first, let's talk about its name. So Las Palmas translates to the palms in English, and you could probably guess why it got that name. Yep, because it has a ton of palm trees there. So the adopted landscape swing gently in the Peruvian breeze, giving the town a laid-back, tropical vibe. Now, despite its name, Las Palmas isn't right on the coast. It's actually located in the central part of Peru, surrounded by lush greenery and rolling hills. And you might think you're in a tropical paradise when you see those palm trees, but in reality, you're in the heart of the Andes Mountains, which kind of scares me a little bit because I don't want to be dealing with mountains. One thing that makes Las Palmas stand out is its festivals that Peruvians love to celebrate, and Las Palmas is no exception. From colorful parades to lively music and dance, there's always something going on. So the Fiesta de Las Palmas is a highlight of the year where locals and visitors alike come together to enjoy good food, great company, and plenty of festivals. And let's not forget about the food. Oh boy, the food. Peru is famous for its delicious cuisine. Las Palmas is no exception. Whether you're craving ceviche, lomo saltado, or a hearty bowl of quinoa soup, you'll find it here. And let's not forget about the pisco, the national drink of Peru. A pisco sour too is the perfect way to end the day of exploring. But perhaps the most charming thing about Las Palmas is its people. Warm, welcoming, and always ready with a smile. The locals make you feel right at home. And whether you're wandering the streets or striking up a conversation in a cafe, you'll find that the Las Palmas people are some of the friendliest you'll ever meet. So if you're ever in Peru and looking for a taste of small town charm, be sure to swing by Las Palmas. With its palm trees, festivals, delicious food, and friendly locals, it's a slice of paradise right in the heart of the Andes. Alright, so that's about it, folks. We're going to continue climbing to 21,000 feet, and when I come back, we'll be starting our descent into Las Palmas, sorry. So I'll see you guys soon, and I'll be back. Take care. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting our descent towards Las Palmas. We're just squeezing in between the boxes right now just to look outside and see what's going on. But yeah, we're heading towards the capital, Lima, Peru. We're actually going to be heading over the international airport there. And then we're just going to be heading a little more south before we start our left base onto visual final for runway 02. So let's head up to the flight deck. Right now we're descending at about 1,300 feet per minute. If you look straight ahead, that is the international airport there. The name of the airport is Jorge Chavez International Airport. I believe that's what it is. But even though it looks like we're on a high for landing, that's not actually where we're landing. We're actually going to be flying over this airport and heading further down to land. I can show you that here on our GPS. As you can see, JCL, Jorge Chavez. This is where we're heading now, and we're just gonna we're using that VOR. We're just gonna we're navigating over that VOR, and we're going to be coming down here just a little further down to do that, the left base onto final. So this is a visual approach. There's no published charts for this airport, Las Palmas Air Base. So just gonna hope for good weather there. It should be absolutely beautiful. So it's pretty much good everywhere here. As you can see, just partial clouds over the airport, but nothing to worry about. If we were landing, we'd be well below these clouds and on clear approach for the airport. Actually going really fast right now, so I'm just going to dial back, and we're going to get our speed down just in preparation for landing. While we're doing that, we'll just bring up our checklist here, and approach checklist. We got our recognition lights are on, radios and nav aids, they're all set up. Don't really have to communicate with anybody. The altimeters, go ahead and set that now. Altimeters are set, 2985. Pressurization set, international separator is open, and we don't have any crew in here with us today, as we're just ferrying cargo. Approach checklist complete. Beautiful, folks. Just flying now over Lima. I can't believe how big this city is. Wow. Another look outside. I really hate how it's always flipped over like that. Look at that, folks. Wow. There's lots of awesome screenshots for this flight. But I have a hard time choosing one. Yeah, I'm just actually blown away by how big Lima, Peru is. I didn't realize it was this huge. It's crazy to me. Wow. Alright, just gonna dial back the throttle a bit more. And we just got a little freeze up just now. Not sure why. Okay, so we're descending now to 1,400 feet. And I'm just keeping an eye on this guy ahead of us, because that, I feel like we're going to be either just above it or right in line with it. We might actually pass it and come around, I'm not sure. Still just going to keep an eye on it though. I think we're going to just go past it. We just hit 1,400 feet, so that is good. The airport should actually be over here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it from here. This might be it here, but it's really just a guess. I'm not sure at all. It looks like the airport though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow down, and we're going to get ready to land because I feel like this is going to happen quick and fast. So I'm just going to go to idle, just going to let the speed bleed off. Alright. So, flaps 15. And should be able to go gear down as well. Just gonna see if I can see the airport there. Yeah. Wow, we are right next to it. Didn't realize it would be that close. Alright. Gonna go gear down as well. And in fact, let's just go flaps 30. Alright, so before landing checklist, landing gear is down. Let's get our taxi lights on. Flaps are good. Once we stop this turn, we'll get our yaw damper off, turn the autopilot off as well. Cabin pressurization should be good to go too. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze for landing, so gotta be prepared. Yep, the airport is right there. Oh dear. Okay. So, gonna shut the autopilot off and the yaw damper off as well. And just gonna make sure so we're pretty high. There you go. Should be good now. Just gonna line up, and I want to bleed the airspeed a little more. Alright, it's gonna probably be a little bit of a rough one too. Yep. Alright. Wasn't as smooth as I wanted, but we got down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Palmas. This is actually a wow. Beautiful, beautiful town. Holy crap. I'm loving the views. Alright, so we're just gonna come off here and let's just stop here and just do our after landing checklist real quick. Okay. So
warning, trim.
condition lever to ground idle. And flap 0. Exterior lights. We can go ahead, shut all these guys off. Taxi lights can stay on. Ice protection, we can turn that off as well. So probes don't need that. Industrial separator can come on too. Yeah, that's about it. So I just gotta find somewhere to park. I have no idea where. There's literally like nothing on this airport. There's no like airport map or anything. So I guess because this is the airbase, that's why. So what we're gonna do is just gonna find just the nearest place to park. And we'll put the aircraft there and we'll call it a day. Yeah, that landing was a bit of a rough one just because the approach kind of didn't give you time to prepare at all. I guess if I wanted to give myself more time, I would have probably just hand flown that whole approach. But I don't trust myself with the PC-12 that much. Okay, so I think I'll turn off here. This actually looks pretty awesome. I don't know, something about this airport I really like. The backdrop of the mountains, the how it's kind of like flat, but it has a lot built up around it. It's pretty cool. The way it was described, I thought this was some kind of like rural town, but it's pretty big. Alright, let's just go straight here. I'm just gonna park here because I honestly don't really know where to put the plane right now. And let's go right here. Alright. So we can get our beacon off. And I have to reach this guy.
Engine off time
Warning,
log.
essential
The flight
bus.
is finished. It has been monitored by on air.
Alright. That is it, folks. So I hope that you enjoyed the flight. Just want to open up the door. I'm actually a little nervous for that landing still. That is it. I don't know what that ticking noise is, but I've been hearing it all this time. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you see fit. Outside of that, I'll be back with another one very soon. In the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy this view because it's absolutely amazing. Beautiful weather here in Las Palmas. So, that's it for me. Come back again. Check me out. New video should be coming soon. Outside of that, stay safe. And most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.